Bert, thanks for meeting with me today.
You
We
bet.
are in the midst of studying real estate careers.
Uh-oh.
So I'm out doing my best to talk to people in the industries that we're studying about and trying to get some insight from the people actually doing it,
Okay.
what it takes to be in these industries and do these jobs. I know you're an attorney with Riggs Abney. Is that right? It's
That's
probably
right.
more than that. What is the actual firm name?
Yes, it's Riggs Abney, Neal, Turpin, Orbison, and Lewis, and it's we have offices in Tulsa, in Oklahoma City, and in Denver.
Okay. Well, I'm specifically here to talk to you today about real estate law because that is an area that we not only talk about in the class, but it's a career path that frankly, I don't think we have enough of in this market. So what I'd like to know is, first of all, one of the questions I've been asking people about their industry and their career is what's the people's perception of what it is that a real estate lawyer does or a real estate attorney does? And then give me the actual things that you perform, the things that you do as a real estate attorney, and couch this as if you're talking to people that are sort of looking for what they might want to do in real estate but don't know what there is to be done. So kind of talk to that a bit.
Okay. Well, I guess I talk about myself being a dirt lawyer, which basically has to do with land and transactions. A lot of people assume that all real estate lawyers do is sort of deal with title work. There are a number of lawyers that is their emphasis. They're looking at they're working with title companies or actually doing title opinions and those types of things. For me, I was interested in the building side and the construction side and creating new things and sort of different aspects of development that are impacted by the law. And so my undergraduate background was in architecture, and so I was sort of a natural builder wannabe type of guy. Present different options from helping with lenders on structuring and documenting mortgage transactions, maybe for commercial real estate, or helping put together a system that allows you to do multiple residential real estate mortgage loans, all the way to zoning and land planning, land use restrictions. Environmental law is a big part of real estate because we have contaminated real estate. You have to deal with the liability that comes with owning real estate that's been contaminated in some way. Just all kinds of things from not just that you might not think about. Water law, for instance. There are rights to airspace that you create, particularly in dense environments where sight lines are important. Make sure that you see your space in a shopping center.
Protecting that view.
Yeah, protecting the view. It may be the view of the ocean, and protect your location as an anchor tenant in a shopping center and make sure they don't put a bunch of restaurants out in front of you or signs that block the view. So those are the kinds of things. It can include valuation. It can include you're dealing with security for lending transactions, and that also triggers things like bankruptcy and laws that impact it, and creditors' rights laws, and
foreclosure laws, a whole nother
foreclosure laws, and then you have in the building environment things like mechanics liens and materialman's liens, where a contractor doesn't get paid and files the lien right, and is he first or second, or is he behind? How many lenders is he behind, and does he really have a chance to recover out of the real estate? So those are really all. I mean, it runs the gamut. That's why I like it, because it's it really is a broad topic. So every day is different, I guess.
What's your favorite thing?
Well, I am. I've always sort of gravitated towards. I think what amounts to land planning and sort of visualizing the interaction of different pieces of real estate. I like complex transactions or projects that have multiple components that have to interface. We've done some work downtown, for instance, that when you're building downtown right up to the curb, then you have to deal with public rights, interfacing with private rights, and then you have to many times deal with special kinds of financing that are tricky. I call it real estate brain surgery, and that's where you really, I think, as a lawyer, at least for me, I needed to gravitate towards to stay interested, and to make sure that it was something I could get assigned value to and get paid.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of with LegalZoom and with the internet now, people think that they can sort of be their own lawyer,
Mm-hmm.
and then in fact they can document a lot of things that they didn't used to be able to.
And many
But-
years ago,
Yeah.
the concept of the realtor doing contracts, and attorneys, I think, were more than happy to allow realtors to do those contracts. But as a realtor, we're not allowed to do certain things. In other words, we have to use pre-printed forms. We can't create contracts
Yeah.
from scratch.
That's
We
right.
have to leave attorneys to do that.
Yeah.
But most of the contracting, or a lot of the contracting for block and tackle deals, just base deals, are done by realtors now. But when it gets more complex and changes are to be made, then you do contracts, right?
Yeah, there is a line really over which you start giving advice and crossing into the practice of law, as opposed to just documenting a transaction based on some standard forms that you fill in blanks. And I have a particular perspective because I am both a licensed broker and a real estate licensed real estate attorney, and we have different bodies that we answer to, codes of ethics that are similar, very very similar, but different in
Mm-hmm.
certain ways, particularly in the area of confidentiality and attorney-client privilege and those types of things. So it's tricky, which is nice, because if it was easy, everybody'd do it. And I enjoyed my time in law school. I practiced for 12 years. Then I actually literally took a break for 12 years from the practice, doing exclusively real estate development. Now I'm back doing some of that, and I enjoy the mix.
Yeah.
And so it's worked out.
What's your least favorite aspect of the business?
Well, I'm not a confrontational person. Litigation is by nature adversarial, and we do have a system that is expensive, and I have found that I do better trying to make deals happen as opposed to tearing things up or kind of going toe to toe in battle over a matter that's in controversy. And so I would say I've done some litigation. I've taken depositions. I've drafted pleadings. I've tried lawsuits, but that's not my favorite thing to do.
Gotcha.
A lot of people, though, are very, very good at it, make a great living at it, and absolutely love it. It's just not my temperament.
Yeah. My analysis of you is that you are a person that likes to get deals done, not bust deals, and
That's right. But I will say that litigators perform. I mean, if you reach an impasse, they also get things done. It's just in a different way. And I like to get from point A to point B as quickly as I can.
Gotcha. Well, Bert, thank you for meeting with me today. I appreciate this. And you do a little teaching, too. Tell us who you teach for.
Well, David, you're my boss.
Not
you know
your
that.
boss.
But I've been privileged to work at a UCO as an adjunct and continue to look forward to doing more of that. It kind of keeps me on my toes. So
Great.
appreciate
Well,
it.
thank you for meeting with us today.
You bet.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.